Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm going to do my us and them readings, picking a oracle card for each one of you, and then I'll pull some tarot and see how far it goes, and see what the resolution spirit wants to impart on the situation for you. You probably go on with that sentence. I'm classically trained, does not sound good, as a paralegal. We are the artist of the paragraph long sentence, so I could keep a sentence going if I must. Sometimes I reread my sentence and I'm like, what the hell? Where was I going with that? But I will not do that now. Let's see what is going on with Taurus's guidance-seeking relationship. Integrity is the first energy present, and nature is the second energy present. So one of you either is looking inside or needs to look inside for some heart healing, needs to step more into their integrity. One of you needs to ground, needs to be outside, needs to connect to source energy through nature and all that it provides, recognizing that nothing that is in this 3D reality came from any other source but nature. That being a root into our being as humans. Nature gave birth to everything that we took, manipulated into our reality. So there's this co-creating force that happens when we really ground into what nature is and what it provides us. I'm going to pull some tarot and get a little deeper on these two energies and see what the unfolding story is between the two of you. Taurus, I'm leaning more on the integrity side, being you, being the viewer. I mean, this could be a cross watcher, but so I'm leaning more on the Taurus being in the integrity side, which is Spirit asking you, what do you define as integrity for yourself? I've always defined integrity as your words and your actions meeting. Say what you mean what you say. Follow through with your promises and obligations. Don't make promises and obligations that you can't fulfill. And even if that means like feeling like you're being selfish and not doing anything for anybody for a while, that's okay. You have to be okay with that too, because you have to recognize that I've been going about things enough ways to get me results I don't like, and I want to change that about myself. So maybe as it feels weird and off right now, in the future things will benefit from doing that. Again, this is all this process of doing something new that feels awkward and uneasy and off, but that's just because it's new. As we start any process, there's this awkwardness about it, but even in that process, as getting used to starting new things, it doesn't stick around. It starts to become easier. So starting a new endeavor is just second hat after a little while. All right, so under heart space and the integrity, we've got the Knight of Swords. So this is right in line with what I was saying. This is becoming very clear with yourself about where you've maybe not been honest, where that integrity has been in question. And I'm still leading on this being, even though the nature side is earth energy, I'm leaning on some Tauruses here who are trying to reach into, the sword energy or the cup energy here. Cup energy with the integrity card and the heart focus, the emotional focus, and then the sword energy with the honesty, the mental focus. So I want to say that this is a soul-seeking kind of a Tauran here who might be recognizing in their patterns, and this is what this knight is doing. He's going into his heart space and going, where have I fallen short in my personal integrity? In the heart space of the nature, I've got the Emperor, somebody who's stubborn. Might be in their nature to be stubborn. Possibly an Aries that you're dealing with, Taurus. Somebody who's real Aryan. someone who really is stubborn, and we do things my way, and that's all there is to it. This could be a reading about someone's father. If I'm talking to some Taurus who are having a struggle with a father relationship. In the recent past, for the integrity side, which again I want to call this the Taurus side, I've got the King of Swords. So, reflecting over maybe what this last interaction was with this person. And looking through, very fine-tooth comb kind of looking through the communications and where your integrity was falling short, where you maybe had said some low blows in this interaction. While truthful, maybe with, a little less tact than you would have liked with that knight there. Because a knight just goes in. A page just goes, in. But pages aren't for battle. I want to say this is actually an interaction that you've had with this person. And in the recent past, this was, because this king has his sword up. And so does this knight. So there was definitely some words between the two of you spoken that were cutting. Let's put it that way. In the recent past, the Eight of Pentacles. I want to say this is if it's not, this is definitely the relationship with a Taurus and someone who is like a father or, somebody who feels like your work. You're just a lot of work. Which that's why I want to lean on a father figure of some sort who is it's their nature to kind of think, or maybe it was just this interaction was just a lot of work. They're not going through that fine-tooth comb. They're just, it's like, when I have to deal with you, it's work. And then in the future position, we got the Knight of Rods. So the Knight of Rods in this Taurus side's energy tells me that you're going to be able to find more integrity through this. You're going to be able to fine-tooth comb the interaction and seek the necessary motivation to get out of it. And when I say get out of it, I mean to resolve it. This is all going to come from within. This Knight of Rods is what we move forward with. With the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Rods here, I want to say when you come back to this person and speak to them, you're going to say the right things. They're going to come from an honest, integrity-based and very spiritually motivated place in your heart. So while you want to repair this, having that goal in mind is going to give you the words necessary to resolve this. whether or not this person accepts it or not is really irrelevant. You doing the next right thing is going to be the relevant thing. And then in the future position, the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe this person is just gonna like feel bad after you say your piece and give you, like, I don't know, if this is a relationship, like a romantic relationship, they're just gonna like, give you a gift. That's kind of like their love language is gift giving. So I think they might be kind of ignoring what their heart is telling him with this Emperor, because he's so stubborn. He's not really allowing the feelings to come through, burying his head in work, thinking that the relationship is work. So if I'm doing this relationship, it's work, or if I'm burying my head in work, it's work. And then the way that they say they're sorry is through gift giving. So please recognize that that is a sorry from this person. It doesn't seem like they're not able to access these feelings in the heart space. They've got the Emperor there. So if this is a father, definitely if this is like a father figure, recognize that this is an apology. And it might